Hello, everyone. This is OCN Live, your daily show where we bring you all kinds of fun stories from our community now.
.com.
I'm Josh.
I'm Pam.
Saying hello, everybody. Happy Friday's Eve.
We're here together again.
I know, for the first time in weeks.
I know. I just told him I tried to fake be you.
Yeah, and
Andre also tried.
Turns out she did a much better job.
No.
That's a true story. Absolutely. She did a better job at being me than me.
You know what was funny? So
What's
the
that?
first one I did, trying to pretend I was you, and who was in here? I don't know if his Graham was with me first.
Yeah.
So I come back to my desk, and I don't watch all of these back, but sometimes you have to watch them back
because
to
you want
see
to know
how
what you
you
said,
look,
right?
to make corrections.
Make sure your hair was good, or what
if you
I
need
said.
to make corrections going forward,
Absolutely.
And I go on there, and there's one reaction on there right away.
Yeah.
And it was a thumbs down.
What? See, people can be kind of mean too.
I was like, maybe I need to be, because I announced towards the end of it why you weren't here, and I kind of forgot to say it at the beginning.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe someone was just mad that there was no Josh.
It was probably
and
like
they
my
thumbs
mom
down.
or one of my aunts been like, if he's not here, we don't want to watch.
I was sure at the beginning of every other one I did to say, Josh is on vacation. We are his coworkers.
No.
And we care about
I
him,
am
so
not
we're
the
trying
show.
to help him by supplementing his content for him. This is all meant to be.
You guys did a fantastic job, and I appreciate everything you
Thanks.
did.
Of course you'll say that because you're a kind person.
I have moments. I don't know. You can talk to my wife. There's days she's like, yeah, kind, my right.
I'm sure.
Everyone's spouse says that about their spouse, don't
We
they?
all have our days.
We do. My wife's perfect, though, has never made a mistake.
That is smart of you to say.
Finally, we agreed on something this morning. I knew we had to find common ground somewhere. All right. So do you know what's behind us here?
Oh,
So we get into
it's
the stories.
some sort of, I want to say a Native American symbol, some sort of symbol. I don't know if I'm
It's
way
kind
off
of hard
base.
in the picture here. I'm going to bring it up so she can see it.
It looks like a bird. Is it a bird?
It actually
Is it flying with some spoons?
Close. I mean, I love everything that your mind's where it's going with that.
I
but
see a bird and spoons and knives.
But it's also connected
then,
to
like,
something else, right? It's
this-
sitting in gold, and it's shaped like a band.
Now it looks like an eye.
Yeah, actually, it's kind of funny that way. But now you mention it, it's an engagement ring. An old school one. And here's how engagement rings have changed over the years.
Now
All right.
I see hands.
Yes, see
These-
them? And they're
that's
holding
a hand,
something.
and that's a hand.
This is like a
And their arms are just
engagement
hacked
ring,
off
a
right
Roman
about
engagement
here.
ring. Isn't that crazy? So did you know
They
that
should
the
have done a
engagement...
bleed on that arm so it's not hacked. Just bleed it out, like have it. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
this was probably made in like, what, 100 AD or something
Is that made
crazy?
from
I mean,
blood?
probably not. It's probably precious
Okay.
stone and gold.
I know,
All right, we're
excited
getting
to
to the
read.
story.
Okay.
Did you know that engagement rings date back to ancient Rome?
That's not surprising.
That's right. Engagement rings signify a big step in any relationship. It's a tangible commitment showing your significant other that you want to spend the rest of your life with them. And this practice dates back to ancient Roman times. Of course, throughout history, trends and fads will change, keep up with the times, absolutely. And this is the case for engagement rings too. So the first one you see that behind us is actually from ancient Rome.
It's neat.
They weren't always diamonds in there.
Yeah.
In fact, in ancient Rome, women were typically given rings made of ivory, bone, copper, and other similar materials to signify a business contract or to affirm mutual love and obedience, according to the Gemological Institute of America.
I'm fine with all that
Right.
except the ivory, 'cause
Yeah, and the
I don't
business
like the
contract
killing
part
of
of
elephants.
it. But I guess back in the day, I mean,
It is a
could
bit
be
like-
ivory from something else, right?
Well, yeah, that's true, but isn't it typically from an animal that's been murdered?
I don't know. Animals. The answer is
When it
I
comes
don't
to
know enough
ivory.
about that to answer that correctly.
I don't either, but I do know a little.
Did you know in 850 AD, it wasn't until 850 AD that engagement rings symbolized a marriage proposal. This was started by Pope Nicholas I, who put forth an engagement ring signifies a man's intent to marry. There you have it. In 1477, diamonds first get introduced into engagement rings, a standard which is happening nowadays. And according to the GIA, Archduke Maximilian of Austria asked for Mary of Burgundy's hand in marriage with a ring that had diamonds mounted on it in the shape
Burgundy.
of an M. Gangster.
As in marry me?
That's right.
You need an MM
That's
then.
right. By the 1500s, gimel rings were all the rage during this time. Couples, gimel, and they
Gimel.
were 2 or 3 hoops that would signify and connect together to show that the rings were meant to be for each other.
Oh.
And it sort of kind of made a comeback in some of the places because if you take the engagement ring plus
And the
his
wedding.
band, right, they
Oh,
will like interlace with
band.
each other.
But you would never wear all those.
No, it's just
You
when you
can. I
store
mean, a
them,
dude's
right?
finger
It just
versus-
it's the symbology that they're intertwined, right?
Like
guys are
their
married.
marriage, and then they get divorced.
And
or
this
not.
goes all the way up to the 1800s. You should click on the first link I provided to get the rest of
It's
it, because
interesting.
to read about all of the rings and the way
It's kind of a
people
neat ring. I
engaged.
wonder how
Right.
it would look in real life, like on my hand.
I kind of like the old school look
Yeah.
of that. I have a thing for antique silver rings with old lapis lazuli and all that stuff in it.
With old what?
Bluestone, and we'll get to it in just this next
okay.
story, because a lot of these engagement rings have stones in them, gems, which you can see behind me.
The Colorado Art and Science Museum has a really neat little gem hallway. Like it's like this hallway you walk down, and it's behind glass. And Fool's Gold is beautiful.
It is.
I forgot the real name for the Fool's Gold. Do you remember the name? It's
Right. It's
something
pyrite.
Pyrite.
Yeah, it's an
Okay.
iron
It
oxide.
is. It's gorgeous. No one would. I don't
think.
think would know if you had that on. But it's a
No.
whole room. It's
You can't.
I need to go back to that
Yeah.
museum.
I don't think you
because-
can shape pyrite. That's the difference. So if you were to crush it with a hammer, it would just crumble because it's.
Can't heat
But I'm
it
also
up
not
and-
a gemologist, so this is
Right.
just totally.
Let us know, any
Right.
gem nerds out there in the comments.
Because some
what-
of you, like,
we don't know.
I knew people in the jewelry business that know their stones.
Yeah.
And their metals, and they taken. Yeah. Anyway.
Neato.
But the power and meaning of stones in your jewelry. There's just something about a girl's jewelry that makes it ever so personal. Maybe it's the sentiment that surrounds the piece by who the giver was, or the moment in space and time when the piece actually found you. We are personally drawn to unique stones for many varied reasons, and there are varieties of stones out there. So we have put together a whole bunch of pictures. You should go click on what we
I
provided.
mean, that's fun to look at stones.
Absolutely. So, in this first one here, this is labradorite. I'll just hold this up for the camera for everybody to
Oh,
see.
wow, that's
it's a big,
pretty.
beautiful gem.
Yeah.
Now, it is said to be the stone of good luck or a power stone.
I need some good luck.
Absolutely. And then
need
one of
me
my
one of them.
favorites is Amazonite. So it's not from like Amazon.
Is that purple?
No,
Let me
it's
see.
a green.
Oh, okay.
And it can be clear, and it's really beautiful stone. And it is said to have been worn and named after the Amazon women warriors during the Bronze Age.
Warrior women.
And then we're gonna end on
That's pretty.
moonstone.
That almost looks a little opaly.
Oh, it does. Moonstone is actually a beautiful stone. It is one of the most mythical of all gemstones, with its exotic lunar name and its milky, unique rainbow sheen. It has been a highly prized stone throughout history. Moonstone is sacred stone to people of India, named by the Romans for its ability to reflect moonlight.
Wow.
So there's all kinds of them. We have tons in here. We've got turquoise, lapis lazuli. This is the one I was talking about before that I really like. It's a super blue stone. It's been used all over the world as a precious stone, and is one of my favorite looks.
That's
out
fun
there.
to look at. If you need a little distraction today, check out some pretty stones and learn their names and maybe some other history about them.
So the blue one, the
On your lunch
lapis
break or
lazuli,
something? Huh?
Cleopatra would actually crush lapis lazuli and use it as eyeshadow. So she was an expensive gal, right? She had taste, right?
Yeah.
She's like, I only put on makeup made of fine stones.
Gemstones. And then I
Gemstones.
crush them. Or someone does for
Right,
her.
and then she gets involved with that Alexander
probably-
guy and the whole.
She probably adds some water and make it a
thing.
paste or something. and
Right,
then-
you never know with those Egyptians. They had all kinds of cool stuff they do. And speaking
God,
of,
What is it with donuts in the show? We're always
well, we
talking
have a lot.
about...
We are Dunkin' Donuts fans here.
I saw someone post a picture like on social of like a, what was it, Fruity Pebbles or Fruit Loops coffee creamer, and I was like, oh, people. Here's my comment. I was like, my people at the office would love that.
Oh, it's just like
I
cereal
wouldn't even
milk.
bring it in for me. I
Yeah.
would bring it in just for you guys.
Oh, and we would drink
if I
that
find
up.
It.
I mean, it's probably super fruity though. It probably tastes like the milk
I'd maybe
after
try
you
some.
poured it into a bowl.
Oh,
of,
I'm sure.
of-
It's
of
probably
Fruity Pebbles, which is
super
delicious.
chemically and sweet, you
God,
know?
isn't it great? Anyway, do you see that super pink donut?
Yeah,
All
I
right.
do. I noticed her hair first.
All right,
'cause
actually, I did too.
She's
You're right.
got a nice
She's
do
got
there.
great hair. So there's a new lemonade refreshers and berry powdered donuts at Dunkin'. We don't call them Dunkin' Donuts anymore. They rebranded. They're just Dunkin'.
Did they really?
They did. They're not the DD anymore. They're just the D.
I
Can
mean-
say that right? That does. I'm gonna back away.
Better off, probably.
It's just anyway.
It's Dunkin'.
Dunkin'
okay.
has
Because they want
decided.
to do other stuff besides
Oh
donuts.
yeah,
I guess
yeah.
they just want
They
to
just want Dunkin'.
something more general.
I mean, I would have left Dunkin' Donuts because I thought it was a time-honored tradition of donuts.
DONUT.
Oh, that's another article we have
Instead
that's not
of
mentioned here. Is we're having a debate over how you spell donuts.
DOUGHNUT.
Yeah, so
That's
you
so
should go check
long.
that one. It's not in this description. But just go to ourcommunitynow.com.
Yeah,
just
go
put that in
there.
the search field.
And
Go
let
there.
us know what you think. We
Right.
love a good debate.
I prefer the donuts with the NUTS.
Well, is it the DON
D-O-N-U-T.
or the DOUGH?
No, the DO.
The
NUT,
DO.
Donut. because that's I remember how I saw it
Well,
on like The Simpsons. I thought
Well, those both start with D-O. So is it D-O-U or D-O-N?
D-O-N.
That's what you're...
donut. Do nut.
But
Like a
then
do
why,
nut.
then why do we have the other spelling? What purpose is that?
It's probably some sort of trademark or marketing, or somebody was like
Because dough
misspelled.
is
I
spelled
don't
that
know.
way. Dough, if you did it literally based on other words and you put them together like a compound word, it would be D-O-U. But I think I like donut, just shorter version.
Right, and it either way.
Yeah.
Anyway, Dunkin' is letting us know that summer is well on its way, and our favorite chains are gearing up for their hot temps with treats that are light as a cloud in texture and flavor. Dunkin' delivers on both counts with new menu items that have just hit stores. Not only are there new refresher beverages in 3 flavors, there's also a new donut that we can get our hands on.
Do they have a beach bod donut? Because I think that's what they
doubt
should
it.
do.
No. So just in time for the start of the season, Dunkin' is delivering the celebration people are craving with a duo of delightful new choices created with warm weather and long sunny days in mind, said Jill Nelson, Dunkin's vice president. So they have the new Dunkin' Lemonade Refreshers, and then they have it in, they want the berry powdered donut to go with it, and it's comprised of the chain's old-fashioned cake
berry
donut
lemonade.
or munchkin donut holes. It features a coating of pretty pink sugar that tastes exactly like berries. It's summer in a pastry.
Pink powdered sugar that tastes like
Right.
berries.
Hold on. Unsurprisingly, both come right in time for National
There's more,
Donut Day,
folks.
which is tomorrow on June
What?
4th.
What's
we know
tomorrow?
what we're about. National Donut Day.
Oh, that's tomorrow. Okay.
Absolutely.
I'll
I'm
sit
excited.
this one out. I'm not a donut
No.
person.
She's going to go get a box of 12. I'm getting a box of 12 somewhere. Evan's going to get a box of 12. I'm going
Ew.
to text him that later and be like, dude,
No.
we're going to get like 100 donuts in here that nobody's going to eat.
I think Dunkin' could come up with a beach bod donut.
All protein ones?
There's a lot of foods made from different ingredients now that are better for you, and it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be less than the regular stuff. So there's all different kind of proteins and powders and,
Things you can put in it.
you know,
We're on a collagen kick right now here
type
at work.
of berry. Yeah, we're all
All
drinking
drink- right.
collagen powder here.
We had, what was the name of that company? Telos Life? Telos? T-E-L-O-S.
Telos? I can't.
Telos. It's Telos. It was a Greek word.
okay,
They came
okay.
in and she's like, look at this collagen powder we made. It's really great in coffee.
It's coffee. Yeah, but she also had like instant coffee,
Coffee
with the
to go with it,
collagen
yeah.
in it.
So the bottom line is we started drinking it here at work, and then someone looks at me, and it was actually Andre, who's been on the show with us before. He's like, so I would like to thank her for being the one place restaurant, because we have a lot of restaurants come in, the one place or business that came in that had a huge effect on us all, because I swear half of the office started doing the collagen
Really? Who
kick.
else is doing collagen?
Oh, just walk by there and you'll see all the packages on the desk, and people are talking about it. Like, look at my hair
Oh,
and
you,
my
Ginny,
nails and my
Ginny,
skin.
Andre, me, you, and
thought
Hannah was
Larry-
already taking
yeah.
collagen.
And Larry was all over it. And
Larry
he's
was
from
too?
OCN, it's right, and
Yeah, I think it'll be good. Like
it looked great.
not only for maybe hair growing faster and nails growing faster, but maybe just over time joint support. And we had
Yeah.
a bone broth company on here too that talked about
The health of
when
collagen.
it's cold, it's almost like gelatinous
Yeah.
in the jar, and you heat it up to make it. Actually, that
Broth.
stuff was delicious.
It is.
But they brought up collagen as well. So I have I got that stacked on top of the collagen. So I bought like 3 big tubs from Amazon. It was
Telling
like
you.
$100, but if you bought 1 tub, it was like $60. So I was like, give me 3 tubs for $100, and I'm
That's what I'm talking about.
taking it every
Got like
day.
a year's worth, and it's totally good for you. So try your collagen. Also, they have these donuts here. Go to
Yeah.
Dunkin'. Get
put
yourself
some
the
collagen in your coffee
stuff.
as you eat your
Oh,
donut.
Look at this
What
adorable
is she
young
doing?
lady.
She looks cute.
She's an adorable young lady. Did you know that this Los Angeles toddler is the youngest member of American Mensa
Yeah,
with an
actually, I
IQ
saw that.
of 146?
How can a toddler, only a few years of life, how?
Doesn't matter.
What? But
All
how
right.
you can't? You don't have time to learn
Well, it's
anything.
the testing. Oh no, Kashe Quest from Los Angeles is the youngest member of American Mensa, the world's
Kashe, you
largest
go,
and
girl.
oldest high IQ organization. Kasha, or Kat, I think I'm spelling that right. If I'm not, I'm so sorry,
How's
young
it
lady.
spelled?
Kashe.
Kasha. Maybe.
Maybe, right. And she's only 2 years old, soon turning 3, and has a high IQ of 146. The average American has an IQ of
110.
100.
Oh.
It's gone down because we're all getting a little dumber. All right. This young lady's getting smarter, though.
Woo!
This little girl
We're
can
getting
identify
dumber.
all 50 American states in the map from their shape, recognize elements from the periodic table, count up to 100, and has started reading. And she's 2 years
So
old.
it's a test based on her age.
I don't know how
they
they test IQ, because most adults can't look at a state and be like, that one's Wyoming, that one's
Oh,
Washington
brother.
State. It's true. Despite being an exceptionally bright kid, Kasia is still in her toddler phase, and her parents do not intend to put her under any competitive pressure. At the end of the day, she's in the toddler stage, so she very much is going to be kept as a 2-year-old in that regard. Her mom is Sukhjit Atwal and Devin Quest said their daughter is also learning Spanish and sign language.
Yeah, start them young. It's easier. I think
her
we
mom's
should
into childhood education, all that stuff. So
I think we should have second languages from kindergarten all the way through.
We should teach students
finishing
the
high
maximum
school.
number of languages in school.
At least have one, or if they want to switch, they can switch. If they decide, oh, I don't like French, I'm going to switch. I think it should be required from kindergarten all the way to the end of high school.
100%
like, you
agree
have
with
to
you.
take it every year because everyone knows, English. Not everyone, but many people know English.
A lot of people know English, but I want to learn some Spanish.
Did I end up moving away somehow?
I don't know.
Because
what are you doing?
Maybe it's cut off over there. Maybe
I don't know.
But yeah, I think it's important. I took Spanish for many years. I was going to minor in it in undergrad.
Wow. Yeah.
And, it just got to the point where there was a lot of native speakers in my class, which made it harder for me to learn it because they were native speakers.
Yeah, and they go fast.
Yeah.
And they slow down. I'm like a baby.
I think they were taking it, either to improve their writing. Because a lot of times, some of them would be like, hey, can you read over? Because I would be better at the writing part. Or just to get the class credit or whatever. There's different reasons, but it made it harder for me and more intimidating me trying to speak it with people who are on a different level than me. The instructor though was so great and passionate, and he really wanted me to minor, and I ended up dropping the minor because you can't. Here at the end of the day, I guess here's the main aside from the native speaker, but I cannot get fluent at a language that I'm taking an hour or 2-3 hours a week. It's not enough.
You gotta live and breathe it. Watch the TV.
Or travel. So if I had the ability and the means to go and leave where I was to go, abroad for 2 months, 3 months, I think that would have been a game changer for me.
Sure.
But I didn't have that.
You gotta live inside that world to learn that language.
I couldn't keep up. I probably could have tried harder, but I was working full time. I was going to school 3/4 time. I had my own apartment, my car payment.
Right.
I mean, there's only so much you can do. Yeah.
Busy gal.
But it was fun. I know enough, to be dangerous. It's funny when I do the times I have gone to Mexico and I try to say something, it might take me a while, but eventually we can kind of understand.
Right. They're looking at you like, I think you're asking me where the bathroom is.
That
but
one
I know we all know.
That one. Or I need a beer,
I worked in a lot of restaurants, so I picked up some Spanish. I took 2 years of Spanish and then 2 years of German through school and stuff.
Okay, cool.
I'm not very good at either one. So I'm really terrible.
You really need to get yourself in it more. And I think people appreciate, even if you know some and you make a good effort, people appreciate that if you know.
Yeah. It's always fun to speak a language in the correct dialect wherever you're at, because then you look like you belong.
It's hard to get it right, though. French, I feel like my mouth doesn't work.
It's too beautiful, and I'm just not made for,
I just, I can't.
And it's like, it sounds beautiful.
When other people say it.
Yeah. There is a native French speaker here, and even when he curses at me and tells me to go away, I'm like, it sounds so great. It's beautiful.
Oh, he doesn't do that.
I ask him to, and he's like, it's not nice. And then I'm like, say that in French. And I'm like, that's beautiful, too. So I need to learn French, apparently.
Yeah.
So.
Well, put that on the list.
Guys, if you didn't know, we have a YouTube channel. Head over there, like, subscribe, get notifications, because every time we make something cool, we want you to check it out. Also, don't forget to go to our website, which is ourcommunitynow.com, because we have all of these cool stories like we shared with you. All you have to do is click on the links, and there's a ton of other stuff there. Just start trolling through the website. You're going to find something for you wherever you live.
Through the website.
Heck yeah, start trolling us. Go through. Share it with your friends. That's all we need. You should all share ourcommunitynow.com with at least one friend so they can share it with one friend.
Because one article that, there's got to be an article that you find interesting that one friend who would like
we'll have it.
That article.
We'll have it. We're in all kinds of states now, so just go over there, check it out.
We're everywhere.
Ourcommunitynow.com.
Yep.
Well, it's Thursday, gang, which means tomorrow's Friday, and we'll be off for the weekend. It's been kind of a short week, so we're all okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
It's nice to have a Monday off. All right, gang, I'm Josh.
I'm Pam.
Saying have a great day, everybody, and as always,
be careful as you're driving down the road out there. I got a flat yesterday.